everyone! Today we're heading straight down to the table or the desk again because we have some fun new stuff from Jane Doodles to look at. So I'm just going to quickly go through these. So this is the Hugs word die and it's super cute. It's got a great font and she always includes a fun like little colored image. And this one's called Gift Tag. Oh wow, this is the froggy. I'm going to keep this because he's so cute. So this is the gift tag die cut, and I think this will work really great with the Hugs. It's a great size. So we're going to put this aside, and then we have pajamas. So this is one of the newer sets from Jane Doodles. This bear is so cute. We're going to use him today. And then we have Berry Sweet. So this is also such a cute set. I love those bears. Yeah. Oh, so cute. And then we have a flower set called Iris. So there's a big flower, some smaller, and some sentiments. And it's a great detail as always. And then we have the Hearts cover plate. I love this one. We're going to have so much fun with this. So we are going to, first of all, we're going to stamp up the bear from this pajama set because, well, my hubby and I have a little saying. We always call him my crazy little bear, and he's probably going to be a little bit embarrassed about this, but for many years he's been my bear, so we are gonna definitely do a bear card or two today. So yes, so we're gonna stamp this up with some Copic friendly ink, and I'm using ink on 3 Blackout detail ink. And then we're going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to get our Copics. I've grabbed a bunch of them, and we are going to start by adding dark color around the sort of, well, I want to say like the edges of the bear, but I mean edges of the image. So we're starting with our darkest color. So this is the E79, I think. And then we're going to go with lighter and lighter colors sort of inwards towards the image to create that kind of, is it wrong to say like a 3D look of a bear? It's more kind of to like make it more realistic, you know. So we're gonna blend these colors together so that it's gonna be darker around the ears and kind of like the head and the paws and stuff. And then we're gonna have a little bit of a lighter color around the face so you can actually see his cute little face. And this is one of the ways I color. So I've actually colored a couple of images of him because he's so cute. But I thought I'd just show you one because if you've seen one, you've seen, well, okay. So because I colored them slightly different, it's not exactly the same. But you know what I mean, right? So I'm going to go in here with my markers back and forth and kind of like blend out the colors to get a really nice and smooth blend. And then we're going to color his bathrobe in a nice dark blue. And that is, again, not just because blue is my favorite color, but my hubby actually has some dark blue bathrobe. So this is going to be a very sweet and punny card for my hubby bubby. I do love my crazy bear. So yes. So again, we're going to start with the darkest color here, which is the B99. And this is one of my favorite blue color combos as well. So you got B99 all the way down to B91. And they just blend out into the most amazing blue. I mean, you might see like snippets of my blue sweater there as well. Blue is my 100% favorite color. Yeah. So anyway, I decided while I was coloring this as well that, you know what, I want to add like some little fun details to the bathrobe as well. So it's not just blue. But so I thought, you know what, I don't have to be like super duper perfect with the blending and everything like that, because my B95 marker was actually bleeding a little bit. It was kind of like the ink was just bubbling out of the tip. So I think I might have to change that one, because the last thing you want when you're coloring is, you know, getting a big blob of color because it always usually happens like at the end as well, like when everything else is done. So here, what I'm doing is I'm just going in with a colorless blender and then also my E79 again to kind of add some, just some like depth and details. So one of the reasons I do this is because I do find that with little dots, you kind of get like a great texture, and I like that. So that's the way I do that. And then we are also going to add just a little bit of shading to like the white areas on the bathrobe. I didn't add a huge amount. I just wanted it to kind of, again, just look a little bit more kind of alive and 3D. So I've just gone in with some really, really light C markers and gone in just tiny bit, just again, like I said, just adding that tiny bit of depth. And then I'm going to be using a Posca pen to, I do use it first of all to cover up some of the areas where it's kind of bled a little bit. And then I decided to add little white stars to this bathrobe, and I think it turned out super, super cute. Like, super cute. Yeah. I might have to see if I can find a blue bathrobe with white stars on for my hubby, so he can really be my little love bear. Oh my gosh, he's going to be so embarrassed if he hears this, but oh well. What can you do? What can you do? You know. Anyway, so here I should have stopped though, because I did like it as it was now, but then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna add some little details to the bear itself, and I'm not sure I like it, and I don't know if I think he needs it. Oops, that's Marmar. She wants to go to bed. So anyway, coloring down on the bear, I decided, you know what, I'm going to use my hugs again, and what I've done is Marmar, mommy's busy. Just give me a minute. So I wanted to add a little bit of color to my hugs, so I decided to use the same blue markers. And what I've done is just gone kind of like in a bit of an ombre. That felt like a protest against ombre, but I mean, who doesn't love an ombre? Ombre is brilliant. Yeah, they're just being grumpers. So I decided to, as I said, I just rubbing my markers up and down here to kind of create a little bit of an ombre look, and then I'm using my hugs to measure just how big I needed to go. But then, because I wanted to be a little bit extra special, I decided to add a little bit of gold splatter to this. Now, I'm doing something crazy here, which I do not recommend. Don't do this directly. Make sure you do this in a splatter box, because even though I try to contain it, you can see I'm being quite careful, this and that, but that splatter goes everywhere. I tell you, everywhere. I found some on my computer screen, and that is very, very far away. So put yourself or put your project into a splatter box. Just do it. So here we're going to use our hearts cover plate, and I'm just gonna, because it's slightly smaller than a normal, or like an American A2 size, I am going to attach it with a little bit of post-it tape to make sure that it stays in place. So we're going to add it to the cover plate and the paper itself, and then we're going to run this through our die cutting machine. So I'm going to run it through, and then we're going to leave it in the sandwich, or on the plate, not on the sandwich. A sandwich sounds nice actually. I'm a little bit peckish, must admit. So we're going to leave it on the plate here, and then we're going to pop back any hearts that come out, because we want everything to stay in the place. And then with a little bit of press and seal. If you have a sticky mat, you can apparently use a sticky mat as well, or really low tack wide washi tape. So we're gonna rub down and make sure that all of the hearts are staying in place, and then we're gonna gently lift this up and turn it around. So this is a great way to make sure that all of your pieces actually stay in place, because I wanted to just have the pattern. I don't want to get rid of the hearts. I don't want to cut them out. I just wanted the pattern. So on the back of this, I'm using some double-sided tape, and this is actually from a Spanish company called Mi Tienda del Arte, and I probably butchered that again, but you know, I'm trying. So I'm adding this to a card base at a bit of an angle because it's not a 5.5 by 4.25. So I wanted it to be kind of a little bit off center to kind of be a little bit fun and flirty. So we are also we're going to use our lovely piece of ombre that we have colored, and then I'm going to stack this with at least 2 normal, like plain white hugs. I think I might have gone 3 white ones because I do like a little bit of height. I'm not gonna lie, it's just like, yeah, 1 is not enough, 2 is like, 3, I feel like that's perfect. Well, so essentially 4 actually. So 3 plain layers and then 1 colorful sparkly layer. And it's just, I don't know. It's just that teeny tiny little trick to just elevate your word die cut pieces. Now, if you don't want to waste paper, you can always just use foam tape or something like that. But I like stacking them with die cut pieces so that you have that stable. It's like stable. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not gonna flop. It's not gonna go all kind of soggy. It's just nice and solid. Solid is probably a better word. And then I had an idea here, and I was kind of going a little bit back and forth, but I thought, you know what? Because I am not a fan of fussy cutting and I will do anything to avoid it, I decided to, instead of trying to fussy cut around my cutie pie bear, I decided to cut him out with a heart shape. And this is the Nestabilities hearts from Hero Arts. And then on top of this, I'm going to stamp a little sentiment also from the pajama set. So we're gonna pop this into, and you can see it's kind of like it's cut at an angle, so it's not like a complete heart. And I'm trying to kind of step outside of my comfort zone with like complete shapes and straight lines. So this was kind of this was like a little bit of a baby step, because I feel like with the cute bear it wasn't so difficult to use a non-complete form, if that makes sense. I have so many crazy random thoughts going through my head while I'm crafting, and it's I feel like it would be a little bit scary to let people in like on the real like truth what was going on. So I try to dial it back a little bit in these voiceovers, but I sometimes feel like maybe I don't really succeed that well. So yes, let's get back to the actual card making here. So with the stacking, what I'm doing as well is that I slightly off-centered the top one so that there is a little bit of a white shadow. And you might think that's a little bit crazy because you're going to put it onto a white card base, but I just thought it's just like another little thing. It just makes it look a little bit pretty, doesn't it? So on the back of the kind of, no, I don't want to say like mal shaped heart, but the heart with the bear, we're gonna add a lot of foam tape to again make sure that this is like stable and flat, so it doesn't so it doesn't sag in the middle. And I wanted it to be like really nice and even as well. So we're gonna add that with lots of foam tape. This one is from Pink and Main. And then we're going to add the hugs with a little bit of liquid adhesive. And of course, even though this is kind of like a masculine-ish card, I am going to add some sparkles. Yes. I obviously cannot help myself. And I decided to use some from Crafty Meraki. And again, I cannot help myself. I can't kind of like, I mean, that would have been enough, wouldn't it? But no, I had to go more. I had to go bling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding. So it's like a sickness almost, but I'm like, you know what? I have all of these sparkles, so why not use them? I am trying really hard not to just hoard especially my bling, and I'm finding it slightly easier to let go of the bling or like add lots of bling to my cards instead of like using my colored cardstock. So maybe that's the next step in this whole like crazy hoarding situation I find myself in. This has turned into a bit of a like almost like a therapy session. I don't know what is going on here, but yes, let's add these sparkles to the card with a jewel picker and a little bit of liquid adhesive, and then I will show you another card that I also made using the same bear stamp and the hugs and the hearts actually. So I've only showed you this card in the video, but I wanted to show you them next to each other because they're slightly different. And I like how the book came out, but I must admit that even though I'm usually all about the colors, I think I like the one with the hearts better. Although on the blue one, on this one, I've used some Lindy shimmer powders, which are brand new to me. So those I've had a lot of fun with. And this one, I don't know. Maybe it's like the blueness. I feel like the blue on the bear sticks out better on the white one. But so these are the two cards I've done, and I really hope you've enjoyed this crazy Jibber Jabber journey, and I will see you soon again for another video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you very, very soon again. Yes, you will. Bye for now.